Namaste, Sat Sri Akal, Kem Chu Kasakai. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, The Insight Generator. Power up your data insight. So, guys, I am just right back with another videos, and in this video, we are just going to discuss a very important topics in the entire Power BI, which is called the data modeling. So, your everything, your every report results depends on the data modeling. Because how good your model is, whether you have established a right relationship between the two tables or a wrong relationship between two tables, your entire result is going to depend on your data modeling, right? So it is a very crucial process of this entire Power BI projects. So you guys need to just pay your attention over here, at least for the couple of minutes you have to just stay here, and by the end of the session I wish you will have a clear visibility and the clear ideas about this entire data modeling part, right? So we are just going to use few important points that I have covered in my previous videos, which is my primary key, foreign key, what is fact table, and the dimensions table, right? So these are the very important things that we are going to use those concepts into this data modeling part. So I think I'm just going to mention the link into this descriptions box. From there you can just refer my previous videos. I'm also going to share the link for the data set. From there you can just download. So in order to understand our data modeling, I have just created a small animations for you guys, and I will walk you through those animations in order to give you a better understanding how you can establish a relationship between the two queries or between the two tables. So let's just get us started. So before we just jump on to the data modeling part, I will request you guys, please like, share, subscribe my channel, and just do share with the needy peoples, right, who really wants to understand and can learn these skills free of cost completely. So I am doing everything for you guys, so at least even I just need motivations from you. I can expect at least one like, one subscribe, and please do share this. So now let's just jump onto this data modeling part, right? So right in front of my screen, if you see, if I'll go here, as is what to say, mentioned in my previous video, that if you really want to establish connections with anyone or between the two tables, there should be something which is similar and which is common in both the tables. Then only you can establish a connectionship with anyone, right? Even it happens in friendship as well. So when the two friends have the similarities, they have more connections and they communicate with each other. The same applies here as well, right? So right in front of my screen, if you will see that Mr. John and Mrs. Jenna, they are the two different persons. So now consider Mr. John and Mr. Jenna as a two different queries or as a two different tables. Now they want to make a connections with each others. Mr. John has their own attributes and Mr. Jenna has her own attributes. Now Mr. John, the attributes that Mr. John has is he's very creative, he's ambitious, his compassion, reliable, communicative, composed, credible, and daring. These are the attributes the Mr. John possesses, right? Now let's talk about the attributes Mrs. Jena possesses. So Mrs. Jena says very diligent, energetic, calm, reliable, fascinating, grounded, kind, and mature. So guys, if you notice, most of the attributes are not matching and which is not common between them. But I noticed one thing, there is one attribute which is reliable. Both are reliable, right? So based on this feature, based on this attribute which is reliable, they can establish a connection. So the bottom line of the story is that if you have any similarities between the two things, you can easily connect with them, right? So the same applies here as well in the query too. So now Mr. John and Mrs. Jena, they can now make a connections between them. So now I'm just moving on to this model view where you just build a relationship. Now, without building a relationship, if you directly jump onto the report view and you start building the report, what will happen? We will also see the replications or the wrong results that we are just going to get without establishing the relationship between the two tables. Now, the problem statement is, let me just explain you by one of the examples. The problem statement is, we have the order quantity into the sales table. If you see into the sales table, let me just show you that we are in sales table right now in front of my screen. You see how we have the order quantity which is in the sales table now, and in the product table we have the product name. Now I want to analyze for every single products how many quantity have been sold, right? For every single products, what are the quantities of the products that have been sold? So if I will go in the report views, if I will create a matrix, so into the matrix, let me first drag and drop this product name, right? And right in front of this product name, I want the order quantity, the order quantity. Okay, fine. Now let me just put it into the focus mode. You guys will see for every single products I am getting the right what to say, the wrong result. It means for every single product, how is this possible? We are getting the same order quantity for every single products, which is absolutely wrong. Something is fishy over here. And why we're just getting this wrong result? This is all because we don't have any relationship between this product table and between this sales table, because this product name is coming from this product name, this field is coming from the product table, and the order quantity, this order quantity is coming from the sales table. So these two different field, these two different attributes are coming from two different table. Now I'm talking about this sales table and this product table. They don't have any connections. They don't have any relationship between them. S- And that is the reasons we are just getting this wrong results. So as soon as you will establish a relationship between the sales and the product, I believe this is going to be the right. So let's just establish the connections and keep it as it is, right? So I just said you, Mr. John and Mrs. Jana, they had one common attributes that was reliable, so they established a connection. Now we need to find a common column or common attributes which is found in both the queries. Now let's find. Sales table has customer key, order date, order line items, order number, and the order quantity. Product key, stock date. And the product table also contains this model name, product color, product cost, product descriptions, and the product key. I found this product key is common in both the queries. Now I'm just going to establish a relationship. Here the sales table is my fact table, and here the product table is my dimensions table. So what I need to do, I simply need to just pick this product key. We simply have to drag and drop over the product key. If you'll go, you will see here, you have to simply release the button, you have to simply release the button. Now you will see the relationship will be established between them with a line connecting both the queries. Now when you will hover over on the line which is connecting both the queries, the common attributes, the common column will start appearing over here. Now this is the relationship from the product table to the sales table, from many to from one to many relationship. What does it mean? Like what is one here and what is star represents here, right? So let's understand this first. Guys, let me tell you, we have the product key in both the queries, but this product key in the product table is acting as a primary key, right? And this product table and this product key in sales table is acting as a foreign key, right? So it means this product key will appear only once into this product table. That is why it is one here. It means this product key will appear only once into this product table. But the star is connected is connected towards the sales table. It means the same product key in the sales table will appear several times. It means many times, right? That is what it is, one to many relationship. And now this is the cross filter directions. It means the data is flowing from the product table to the sales table, and that is how we have established a connections. Now I'm just going back to the report view where we just created a matrix, and where I need to analyze for every single products what are the quantities that have been sold. Now you will see it will start showing you the right result. Why? Before establishing the relationship between the sales table and the product table, we were getting the same results for every single products, but now we are getting the right result because these two tables are now connected to each other. Now they have established a relationship, and that is why we are just getting the right results. So now you can understand how crucial the data modeling is and how do you need to connect the two table based on the common similarities. Now you can also see that between this customer table and the sales table, right? We what are the common columns that we see over here? In the customer table, I think I can see this customer key, and in the sales table I also see this customer key. Now using this common column customer key, we can establish a relationship. You simply need to drag and just release over this customer key button. Now it will start establishing a relationship from one to many relationship. It means this customer key in the customer table will appear only once, because this customer key in customer table is acting as a primary key, but the same customer key in the sales table becomes the foreign key, and it is appearing many times into the sales table. That is why it is showing as a one to many relationship. And when you will hover over on the line which is connecting this customer table and the sales table, now the common attributes, the common columns will start appearing over here. Now I'm just going to also establish a relationship between this territory table and the sales table. This is my fact table which is in center of this data model part, and I will show you this is the star schema that we are just going to create, right? So in territory key you will see that we have the sales territory key and we have the territory key. So guys, one thing that I will say, the column name in two different queries could be the different, right? But overall the columns are same, so you don't have to worry if the column name is changed in the different queries. So I'm just going to again make a connections between this territory table and this sales table. You'll also see that now with one to many relationship, from dimension table to the fact table we have one to many relationship, right? Is there anything else that we can do that? We have the calendar table in which we have date columns. So I'll come onto this later on, because there is something that I need to explain over here clearly. Let's talk about these two tables. We have to find the common between every tables, whether we can establish the connections or not. So talking about this product table and this product subcategories table, if you'll see that we have we have product subcategory keys, and we also have the product subcategory key in the product subcategories table. It means now I'm going to establish a relationship between these two tables based on the common column which is called product subcategory key, right? Now you'll see we have the relationship from one to many relationship. Why does one to many relationship? Because in the product subcategory key is acting as a primary key, but the same column is acting as a foreign key in the product tables. Now let's find something common between these two tables. Do you guys notice anything? We have category key and we have the product category key. Yes, we have. It means we can establish a connections between these two table as well with one to many relationship. Now you see that. I hope you guys are can understand what is this one to many relationship and why it is showing one which is connected to this product categories and a star to this product subcategories, right? Now we also establish the connections between them. Now I'm just going to establish the relationship between this sales table and the date table. What is that, right? So if you see that sometimes what happens, there is a possibilities to have more than one relationship between the two tables. Because if I will go, let's say for example Mr. Jena and Mr. John, they have the two similarities, so they can have the two relationship, right? They based on more than one attributes, they can also have the relationship. So now I'm going to show you by the live demonstrations. We on the sales table we have the order date, right? And we also have the stock date. It means we have the two date columns. So I can make the relationship with the order date. Now you will see, let me just put it a little up. You will see we are now, these two tables are now connected and the relationship has been established. But what if we have one more date columns and I can establish one more connections with the stock date, because both the columns are the date columns, right? Now you will see we have the two connections, right, between these two tables. One is representing with the thick line and another one is representing with the small dotted line, right? What does it means? So when you hover over on this one, you will see that these two tables, these relationship are connected through the common column called order date and date. Now, and when you will hover over on this one, these two tables are now connected with the common column, which is date and the stock date. But there could be n number of relationship between the two tables, but at one time only one active relationship will exist. More than one active relationship will not exist. So here the thick line will represent the active relationship and the dotted line will represent the not the active relationship. So when you want to make this relationship active, first you need to make this relationship inactive. So simply you simply what to say, you simply need to double click onto this one, right? And here you can see that single and both, right? Make this relationship active. Okay, you have to simply uncheck this and you have to simply click OK button. Now you will see it has turned inactive. Now you have to double click on the second relationship and then you have to check this button, make this relationship active. Now you have to simply click OK. Now this relationship has been activated and this relationship has turned inactive. So at one time you cannot active both the relationship. This cannot be done actually, right? So again, if you want to make this relationship active, let's just make it, let's just try and see what are the errors that you are going trying to get it. When you will click, when you, it means you are checking this checkbox in order to make this relationship active. What does it mean? It means you are making both the relationship active at one time, which is practically not possible. You cannot create a direct active relationship between the cells and the calendar because an active set of indirect relationship already exists between these two tables. So the errors will clearly display you what are the errors that you are getting. So I'm just going to uncheck this and I'm simply going to click OK. And again, I'm just going to make this relationship inactive, right? First, then I will again go back to this first relationship and I'm just going to make it active by checking this one. Okay, now you will also see that we can also establish a relationship between this calendar table and this return table using this return date and the date, right? So let's just make this relationship active. So there is just only one relationship exists between these two tables, right? So when you will hover over on this one, it will start appearing this. So it was the entire data modelings that you have seen over here. We have 8 queries, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So among these 8 queries we have now established the relationship. You are seeing that this fact table, which is my sales table, which is in the center of this data modeling, and around this one we have the multi dimensions table. And this dimension table is also connected with this dimension table, and further this dimension table is connected with this dimension table. So this is the overall data modeling parts. I hope you guys are now pretty much clear about this data modeling. If you have any kind of confusions or doubts, you can just put your comment or any kind of queries into this comment box. I will definitely go through it and I will try to represent this in a better way, and I will just give you a better explanation to make you guys understand. And I'll just always walk you through by giving the best example. So that's all for today, guys. Thank you so much. Keep learning, keep growing, and just keep supporting me. See you in the next videos. Thank you so much.